Hi guys, welcome to this session in Microsoft Project. In this module, I want to show you how you can embed or link documents into project tasks. So first of all, I'm going to create a very small project, Project A, and just have a couple of tasks. Task 1, 2, and 3 I'll do. Task 1, Task 2, Task 3. So I'll indent these tasks. Indent, and I'll give them some duration, so 2, 3, 2, and then I'll just link them up. So 2 and 3, and as always I'll put the names on the Gantt chart. Just double click on the white where it says text, just type the letter N there, which would be name, which is the actual task name, so it sits on the Gantt chart like so. Now inside each of these tasks, if I double click on task 1, you get these tabs: general, which is just general information about this task; predecessors, if you've got any predecessors, which I haven't on that one; resources, no resources allocated; the advanced features, lots of features on there; and then notes. So this is where you can do two types of embedding. You can embed a document that actually sits inside here as a copy of a document, or you can embed a document and link it so it's updated outside of project, but you will see the updated version in project. So it's like a shortcut to it. So first thing you need to do is give it a title. So I'll just give this a title specification. Press enter. You'll see why you need to give it a title in a second. Then you click on this little icon, and then that will allow you to create a new one, which I'll do in a minute, or create from file, which I want to do now. So create from file, you click on browse, and then it'll show you your computer. We've got some different files here. So one of the files in here is an Excel spreadsheet. That one, Premier League. I'll go for that. Insert. Now, if I don't tick link, that would be a copy of it. So if it updated it, I wouldn't see that update. So I am going to tick link. And then if I tick this display as an icon, that means it will be like a shortcut to that file, which is what I want it to be. Otherwise, it'll show you the whole file opened up inside this box. So if I click OK, takes a couple of seconds. There's the shortcut to it. If I double click on it, it will open that file, and there's that file opened in Excel, as you can see there. So there's only one game being played on that one. If I close that down, and I'll just delete that off, and I'll do exactly the same thing again, but this time I won't click the icon option, and you can see how it looks slightly different. So if I go browse, I want the Premier League again. That one. So I'm not, I'll tick that, it doesn't matter, but I'm not ticking this. And then click OK, and you'll see it sitting opened up like this. So if you wanted to do more than one file, basically now you'd have to scroll to the bottom of this to get to the next one, and so on and so on. That's why I think you should just do the icon option. But if I click OK to that, just to come out of it, you can see now you get in the indicator column, you get like this little note symbol, and when you hover over it, it tells you the title, but doesn't give you anything other than an apostrophe to say what's in there. So that's why you need to give it a bit of a title. So that's the first example. On task 2, if I double click on task 2, I want to embed a blank spreadsheet. So I'll just give it a name, budget, same thing, space. You click on that same symbol, but this time you're going to pick a new one, and you want a blank spreadsheet or worksheet. So Excel worksheet there, look, that one. Again, you can display this as an icon, which I will do. But when you click OK to this, what it's going to do is open Excel straight away, Now that means it's opened it down on the desktop, so I've got to go down to my desktop and get it, which is this one. I'll just make that full screen. And it says worksheet in project 1. I've not saved the project file, but this is inside of that. I do not have to save this file. I'll just give a couple of columns. Say doing it for incidental costs. So today's date is control semicolon. Just pull that down a little bit. So we'll have car, food, hotel. Cost for the car, petrol say £200, food £30 because you're greedy, and hotel 125 because you don't want to pay a lot of money. Highlight those, make it into pounds, add them up, key command to add them up, alt equals, and then just check it's picking them up, tick, and there you go. Not going to save this, just going to close the Excel file down, and there it is as an icon. Clicking OK, and you get the same symbol appearing in the indicator column. If I double click back into this, I can double click on that. Remember, I didn't save it. It will open Excel and it will show you what you typed. There you go. Just widen that. So it saved it. By saving it inside project, you've actually saved it. If I did name this, I would be putting it outside of project and it would be that the other option, the link option, but this is not. So if I make a change to this, again, I won't need to save it. That's recalculated. I close it down. I click OK. That saves it. I want to go back into it. I double click again. Open it up again. Make it full screen. There you go. It's remembered and it's saved it. Close that down. Click OK to that. So that's basically how you can embed documents in these tasks, and I think it's a good feature. For example, if this was installed software, what you could have in there would be these are the actual the steps of the software that needs to be installed. That is it. So that means you don't have to list out every single step in a project. If you've already got method statements and things like that, you can just embed them in there. I used to run a charity many moons ago, and we used to do training sessions. All the training materials for the tutors was embedded into these tasks. That's what the course outline was. Any material they needed, tests and stuff like that, appraisals, were all inside there. So you could say to anybody, where's all the stuff for this lesson? And you could say, double click on the task, it'll tell you. I think projects should be a one-stop shop. So anything to do with the project, you should be able to access it and find it through this project file, even though it's on other places on the network or on SharePoint or wherever you're linking to it. Now, obviously, if you are going to send this file to somebody outside your organization, the link option is not going to be any use because they won't be able to access it. You'd have to embed the whole file, so it'd be this second option, or you would not tick the link and the first option. But that's the only caveat I'll put on that. A second caveat, I suppose, would be you can't get people or allow people to move these files around once you've embedded them or linked them. Obviously, then the link's going to be broken. But that's all I want to talk about on this little video, how you can embed or link files inside a project task. So hopefully this little video is of use. Thank you for your time, and I'll catch you on the next one.